Today we're going to do an amigurumi in the round color change. This is the almost completely perfect color change. Here's an example of it. You almost cannot see that there's a ridge there at all. Like there's, obviously you can tell black from brown, but you almost get a perfect line. Almost a perfect line. And it's one of the cleanest color changes I've ever seen. So, we're going to learn that today. So, I have my piece, and I'm actually going to take this stitch out. There we go, there's my starting place. And I'm going to remove this stitch because you want to change color before the next round. This is a 4mm hook, if you care, and this is Craft Smart, just regular acrylic yarn. So, you need another color, obviously. This is my contrasting color. And let's see if I can get any more light on this. There we go. Okay. You're going to start a single crochet. Well, in my case, I'm doing a single crochet. So you're going to start a single crochet, but you're not going to finish it. And you're going to hold this piece with your dominant hand's pointer finger to the side, like that. Okay? Then you're going to take your non-dominant hand with your contrasting color and also pinch it to the side. But now we're going to bring this first color back, and we're going to have two hands like this. So this one is holding this, and this one is holding this. And this part's actually kind of fun. We're going to twist and pinch the brown next to the piece, like so. Then we're going to finish our single crochet. Now, if you need the brown again, then you need to carry your color, which means, whatever you do, you need to hold on to it. See how that holds on to it? Okay, but we're not doing that. Don't do that stitch. That's not what we're doing. Also, after you make your first stitch, if this is the color you're keeping, like, this is the project you're doing for real and not an example like I'm doing, then you'd want to tie these two together. However, I'm not doing that, so I'm not going to do it. And I'm not going to carry my yarn in this instance. So, this is your first stitch. You have a front loop and a back loop. You're going to slip stitch in the back loop only all the way around. I assume everyone knows how to slip stitch who's watching this, but just in case you don't, this is the back loop. We're going to insert our hook, wrap our yarn, and pull through everything. Insert our hook, wrap our yarn, and pull through everything. Insert our hook, wrap our yarn, and pull through everything. And we're going to do that all the way around, and I will meet you when we get to the stitch right before the end. All right, so I have one stitch left in this row. As you can see, this is the only non-pink stitch. I'm going to do the same thing that I've been doing, and I'm going to slip stitch into it in the back loop only. So in, pull through everything. Now, the next stitch is the pink stitch, or in your case, the contrasting colors first stitch. You would think your next job would be just to crochet through all of it. But let me show you what would happen if you did that. And I'm struggling here. There we go. Sometimes it's hard to crochet into slip stitches. Okay. Look what that's doing. Now I have these funny little pink stitches popping out on the edge. And it doesn't look smooth and seamless. It doesn't look like two different pieces. Like say, this was supposed to be the bunny's skirt, and this is where the skirt line ends. Oh yeah, this is a bunny, by the way. So we're not going to do that. Instead, we're going to single crochet in the back loop only. And I'll show you why. So just crochet in the back loop only. And I know there's a hole. It won't be a problem later, I promise. Look at that. See that nice line? 2 defining lines right here. Yeah, the brown line and the pink line. So just single crochet in the back loop only, all the way around. And I will meet you right before the end. I have 1 stitch left in this row. It's right there. I have 2 options. I can single crochet and slip stitch into the next one, chain 1, and then single crochet into the same one, and then go around and then join every time. Or you can do what's called a continuous join, and that's where, whoop, there we go. And that's where you just single crochet straight into the next stitch like nothing ever happened. But look what that's doing. Okay, yeah, there's a tiny little dip there, but honestly, it's really not that noticeable, and it's on the bottom. Always, 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 if at all possible, do your color changes on the back or the bottom if in amigurumi, because people won't see it. Or you can cover it up like I did. So this is my little bunny, and this is her little tie on her shirt, but that's exactly where my color changes. Same with her collar. That's exactly where my color changes. So I just made it part of the piece, and even on the bottom, it doesn't matter. But look, you can see how nice the ridge is. How there's a very defined line between the jacket and the body. That's really all there is to it. And if you want to change back colors, you just do that. You know, you just grab them again, twist, and crochet with the brown. The same way you did the pink. And you'll create another line. You just do the exact same thing. Every single time you change color, just do the exact same thing you did to get from the brown to the pink. And that's all there is to it. That is a seamless, almost perfect color change. Hope you liked it.